The energy produced today in the world aims to meet great demands, which ends up demanding a large and complex infrastructure. Although its efficiency, there are a lot of social and environmental issues. And it also needs a great transmission capacities. So those communities have difficult to access this energy. And that is where we're gonna focus our efforts. In Brazil, for example, we have caiçara communities. They are traditional communities of the coastal region and their main source of income is fishing. Because of this isolation, they have to depend on gasoline generators. So how could the caiçara communities produce clean energy? After several attempts to use solar energy and chemical energy, we came to tidal power. It uses movements of waves and tides to produce energy. We have examples of this kind of energy worldwide. In 1950, in Germany, the small island of Husum produced energy with enough power to supply the local community using only tides. Today we have examples of Korea and France of power generated by sea water and dam. In Brazil, although we have a tidal variation up to 80 meters in a continental coast, we do not have tidal power generation. So how to produce this type of energy on a small scale? Our idea is to produce energy from a small coil installed at the entrance of the cylinder that rotates with the tidal variation and waves. An actuator was required at the top of the tube to allow air circulation, preventing pressure issues and vacuum formation. In addition to the coil that produces energy from the tide, we also have another one on the top to produce energy by the displacement of the air. We have a coil that generates electricity in constant operation with no environmental costs. The Bambuí solution has two modules that allow the connection and can handle variations of depth and tides. So this coil generates energy by the variation of tide and wave movements, and at the same time the top module creates energy by displacement of the air inside it. But we can generate energy with recycled plastic, contributing to the cleaning of the seas and production of clean energy. How would this work as a business? The community collects the plastic from the beaches and seas and delivers it as a part of a payment for the Bambuí power generator. The company in turn delivers the generator to the local communities and uses the part of the plastic collected as a raw material and sells another part to the recycling companies. Part of the money raised from the sale is the first financial return to the company, and another part is invested to purchase the rest of the necessary parts from the project. Basically, the fan and the engine. Additional revenue will come from the direct sales of Bambuí equipment to other interested parties. So we have a product that supplies clean energy generators to small coastal communities, which uses wastes from the seas as payment for its costs. What we did not tell you yet is that Bambuí can also be used for civil constructors as a pilot, where they generate energy by the tide and also by taking advantage of the water collected from the rain. Bambuí, clean energy.